A common question I get asked by a lot of clients that have diabetes is, what are we going to eat? Now, out of all the things you can do to tackle type 2 diabetes, there are two key factors that play a crucial role. In this video, I will show you foods to eat and foods to avoid completely if you want to avoid ever having diabetes or you want to reverse diabetes. And I'll also show you strategies to lower your insulin levels. So first things first, what exactly is diabetes? Well, diabetes is a condition that is characterized by high levels of insulin in the body. There are two major factors you need to focus on when trying to reverse diabetes. The first one is consuming sugar and the second is frequent eating. These are the factors responsible for the release of insulin. If you can cut down on carbohydrates and reduce the frequency of your meals, you will witness a remarkable difference and eventually win this battle against diabetes. Carbohydrates are the main drivers of blood sugar, and they are very problematic for people with type 2 diabetes. There are various types of carbohydrates and they affect your blood glucose differently. Shortly, I will show you how some of the food you eat affects your blood glucose. But before then, let me tell you how to reduce the frequency of your eating. When you eat frequently, you make your body to continually release insulin, leading to a rise in your insulin level. So, for example, you've taken your breakfast by, let's say, 10 a.m. and then by 12, you're already snacking something. Before lunch, you are snacking another thing. By 2, you take your lunch. After lunch, you are snacking, and all eating this way, eating with this kind of pattern will lead to continual rise in your insulin levels because your body is continually releasing insulin to metabolize what you are eating. However, when you consume fewer carbs, you require less insulin. And when you consume nothing, there is no release of insulin. So this is where intermittent fasting comes into play. It lowers your need for insulin. Intermittent fasting, also known as IF, is a voluntary practice of abstaining from food for a specific period of time. Intermittent fasting is not a specific diet that determines or tells you what to eat, but rather it focuses on when to eat. But note that the type of food you eventually eat when you break your fast will impact the health benefits of intermittent fasting. Now you may be wondering, is intermittent fasting dangerous? Well, it's only dangerous if you don't approach it gradually and when you don't make appropriate adjustments to your medication. This is where the guidance of your doctor becomes crucial. Try and discuss with your doctor before you start intermittent fasting if you are diabetic. By reducing carbs and adjusting your medication, you can reduce the incidence of hypoglycemia, that is low blood sugar levels, and eventually have controlled blood glucose levels. So there are different ways that people do intermittent fasting. Some people do 2 meals a day. They miss breakfast and take lunch and dinner only. Others take 1 meal a day, just dinner, and some others just do 3 meals a day without snacking. Staying adequately hydrated is very crucial when you are undergoing intermittent fasting. So when you are fasting, it's very important that you remember to take water. If you don't want water, you can take herbal teas like green tea, dandelion tea. Dandelion tea is very good because it actually helps to also reduce blood sugar. It's very good for diabetics. You can also take coffee, but without the milk and sugar. The beauty of intermittent fasting is that it not only plays a vital role in the healing of the pancreas, but it also gives you the potential to eventually reduce or eliminate the need for diabetic medication. However, always work with your doctor during this process. It's a partnership. You know what? I have a guide for those who are diabetic and want to start intermittent fasting. So just click the link in the description box and you'll have it sent to your email. Now to a very important part of this video. What are the exact foods to eat or foods to avoid if you want to reverse diabetes? First, you need to understand that different foods raise your blood glucose differently. So some researchers came together and published some infographics to fully illustrate how sugary the foods we are consuming are, so that we can make informed choices. If you are wondering how bread affects your blood sugar, you need to pay close attention to what you're about to see on the screen. When you take one slice of bread, the effect it has is just as if you took 4 teaspoons of sugar. Brown bread gives almost the same effect. So if you are diabetic, now you know why you should stay away from white bread or brown bread. Now to cereals. Don't be fooled by what you see on TV, all the adverts. If you don't want to be diabetic, stay away from them. And if you want to reverse your diabetes, it shouldn't be what you should be taking for breakfast. As you can see on the screen, 30 grams of a normal servings of cornflakes is equivalent to taking 8 teaspoons of sugar. Can you imagine what that will do to your blood sugar if you are diabetic? Now, some clients told me they switched to basmati rice because they were told it's great for diabetics, but I completely, totally disagree with them, and this is the proof. Look at what basmati rice, look at a serving of basmati rice, look at what the effect is going to have on your blood glucose. 150 grams of basmati rice, as you can see on the screen, will give a similar effect as if you are consuming 10 teaspoonfuls of sugar. If you are diabetic, please stop consuming basmati rice. The proof is on the screen. Now to fruits. Bananas and grapes are not okay for diabetics. Rather, go for fruits like avocados and grapefruits. Now, I'll be sharing with you the list of foods you can eat that will not raise your blood sugar adversely. First on the list are the non-starchy vegetables like kale, broccoli, cauliflower, garden egg, cucumbers, and so on. Next on the list are the legumes. We have the lentils, the chickpeas, all types of beans. They have low glycemic index and you can eat those. Also include whole grains like quinoa, buckwheat, brown rice, acha, also known as fonio, and so on like that. Nuts and seeds like almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds. They provide lots of fiber and they can be included in your diet. Lean proteins such as free-range chicken, organic eggs, and scaly fish, they are low in carbohydrates and they help manage your blood sugar very, very well. Don't forget to include the healthy fats like coconut oil, olive oil, avocados, as they have very negligible effects on blood sugar. Hundreds of people worldwide are reversing their diabetes. You can also do it. Remember, if you need a guide on effective ways to do intermittent fasting, click the link in the description box. If you've gained some value, remember to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.